Emotions, part 3.
Here we go.
I think we are now live on Facebook. Yes, holiday emotions, part 3.
I think we are now
live on here. Yeah. Holiday emotions, part 3. Oh, it's been such a joy to be with you guys and walking through the reality of what holidays can bring, what life can bring, which is a myriad of emotions. But what we seem to advertise in the holidays is one exclusive emotion, and that's love and joy and prosperity and bliss and peace and harmony. And this is what we intend. And I love how Jessica in part 1 taught us how to receive and anchor that emotion, to be able to bring it up whenever we're really focused on making that happen. There are other emotions that come up that are just as valuable, just as worthy of your attention. And I love how she's been teaching us that in the SHE-ness tribe community. We believe in being your own unique she-ness. And I know in Reclamation to Rewild, they believe in the same thing. And so today we're going to focus on one thing that can really, really hit hard in the holidays. And that is grief. And if you've ever had a deep loss, the holidays can bring up a lot. My mother ascended on September 30th, 2019. And for my birthday, for whatever reason, every midnight, around midnight on the eve of my birthday, I could be thinking of nothing. And then I spontaneously just come apart. And, you can hear one thing and there's just things that remind me of my mom. And I know Jessica's lost, also. And so we come from a deep place with this. There's also sadness. Maybe you're feeling lonely. There's loneliness in the holiday season, and you're not gathering with a lot of people and you don't have plans. And so we're going to help navigate that space and honor that truth for you today. Meeting me again is the beautiful Jessica.
Beautiful. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. So good to be here. And, let's dive into it. Yeah. Let's remember some of the principles, and I'll just repeat them. Repetition being the mother of learning, right? There's no good or bad emotion. And what we're aiming to do here is to allow the full range of our emotional capacity, who we are as human beings. We're honoring these different emotions that come up in our body. We're giving them space, we're giving them room to breathe, we're giving them expression. Not that you need to live in them permanently, but just through simple practices, which we'll go into today. We're going to dive really deep when we go to Atlanta in January next year. But today we're going to look at grief. And there's such a beautiful reframe that one of my teachers shared, and Roya, I know you love this one, that grief is simply love with nowhere to go.
Oh, can you guys drop that in the comment below? I mean, just in. Grief is simply love with nowhere to go. How many of y'all have lost, if you've lost someone, celebrate them with their name in the comments right now, and let's encapsulate it in love.
Yeah, beautiful. That's so beautiful. Yeah, so remember that there's 5 really, really simple and easy, fast ways to connect with that emotion, find expression in your body. Remember, we discussed body. We did body, where it exists in your body. We did that with joy on the first day. We can do sound. We did sound yesterday with rage. We did a silent sound. You can do it through the texture of that emotion. Does it have a texture? Is it danker? Is it airy, fluid? It can have a color, and it can have a body morphology. What do I mean by that? It can be expressed through movement. Forgive that little 75cc motorbike going by my house.
Look, I love the highlight, by the way. This is Barbados over here and Washington, D.C. in December. I'm like, I want Barbados outfits.
Put some clothes on, right?
Ran in from the cold. And she's all, my door's open. Okay. Breeze is from the ocean smashing in my side of my face.
So listen, beauties, what we're going to do with you today is we're just going to do maybe up to a minute or so. We're going to go into a grief session, and we're going to do it a little bit differently, just for you. If you feel comfortable in doing this exercise yourself, great. If not, Roya's so graciously and vulnerably and honestly offered to demo for us. So I'll put a little music on, a sad song that will trigger that sort of the sadness, the loneliness, the grief, the loss, yeah? And she'll do a little demo. I'll talk so that I can point out some of the things that I may witness in her body that might be happening, just so you can start to get a little bit of understanding. And then hopefully during this holiday season, if this emotion comes up for you, you'll be perfectly equipped. What did you say, Roya? Jump into the pantry, have a little moment, right?
Wherever you need to be, darling.
Wherever you need to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, wherever you need to be. So Roya, are you ready, my love?
I am. And with grief, I personally feel most free. And it's important to give your body a space of freedom. I feel most free to express sadness, loss, grief with something covering me to start. And I might not always leave it on, but when I have it on, it just allows me to express more fully that range of emotion. So I brought one.
And it's almost like
This one
it's a
from
sense of
Couture. This wrap hoodie is brilliant. And for those of you in Atlanta, we might have a surprise.
Yeah, thank you, Roy. Okay, let's go. Oh. Right. That's right, yes. Yeah. Feel that emotion coming through space. Yeah, how our body collapses. It's meeting the floor. Being held. Her hands around her face. It's almost like closing, not being seen, wanting privacy. Yeah. Allowing the earth to hold her. Maybe looking up to God, looking up to the universe. Feeling that reaching out. Yes. A prayer, a supplication, bringing it in. Look how her body rounds, closes. This is a private, vulnerable emotion. Ah. Yeah. Ah. Beautiful. Beautiful, Roya. Thank you so much. Oh, ladies, anybody witnessing, Roya, thank you so much for sharing your vulnerability. That was just beautiful, beautiful. I feel so honored. Just take a moment. Is there a sound that needs to come? Yeah, and with these shadow emotions, once we've expressed them, remember to reset your parasympathetic nervous system. So just shake your arms, shake your hands, shake your feet, let that emotion flow through you. Roya, do you want to connect to some breath?
I like to do a few slow, delicious breaths to remember that I have life still, and to reground me, and to take that delicious breath and take a moment just to feel the air that's going down my esophagus and pouring it into my heart intentionally to end in gratitude, giving air and oxygen to that space that allows me to live. It serves every day of our lives, that beautiful heart. So yes, just a few breaths. Yeah.
So for anybody who's watching that does want to maybe do this for a whole song on your own, that song was Kate Bush, This Woman's Work, which could be quite appropriate over the season. Yeah, so it's a really nice, simple, easy, gentle drop in. allow yourself just to express, give that emotion space, and always remember, just reset through breath or through shaking your hands and your fingers, yeah, your hands and your toes.
And I remember, Jessica, when I was first introduced to this type of body movement, I was very resistant. And my type A, my masculine part of me was, and the rules and the confines I lived in was like, what? And no. And so if you're watching this and you're finding any tightness in your body or disconnect, it's a normal expression. And remember, it's not what happens in our life, it's the meaning we attach. So what if you got curious and asked yourself, why do I have tightness? Why do I have resistance? Why doesn't this land with me? And it may just be your out loud signal that says, gosh, actually it's an indicator. It was an indicator. It's mostly an indicator. It was an indicator for me that I needed to lean into that more. And when I did, in the safety of my own limitations of expression, as they baby step their way toward more and more comfort, I would not have gotten through many seasons without this body work, or I would have turned into more of what I started to experience. I was on the way to an autoimmune disease, and I have, thank gosh, avoided all of that. And I think it's a lot of this work. Remember that they found a lot of autoimmune diseases have been linked to emotional stuffing. So I talk about it going into dis-ease or dysfunctional way of articulating, communicating, or not communicating your emotions. So we're going to dive deep with you. We're going to help you to baby step it or leap, whatever is your choice, in safe boutique style community in Atlanta, because there's really only so much we can do between a screen. So we invite you to come into a space that will be held sacred just for you, that will be walked through your own journey and allow you to identify places that have been trapped in your body that you've not paid attention to in a very long time, or they're shouting at you and you don't know why, and you're trying to medicate them, or you're trying to talk through them. We're going to help release that. If you have stubborn fat that no matter what you do, just won't release, that's beautiful encasings of trapped negative emotions. And we're going to help you begin to identify those. We'll work on your feminine embodiment, healing relationships of other women that have wounded you, restoring the feminine piece of yourself so you can drive on both cylinders. It's not replacing your ability to tear the world open, but it's going to add your ability to have peace and joy in that journey and to find your own unique expression of places you have been caged in the past that no longer serve you. So you can head over to SHE-ness.com and see more. You're welcome to have a discovery call with myself or Jessica to see if it is a fit for you. You're also welcome to hold your spot for 10 days so that we don't sell out, and check out the glorious space we have, the Whitley in Buckhead, Atlanta. It's a perfect expression of this luxury type of life we're going to prepare in your body. Yeah. All right.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, everyone. Blessings.
Happy holidays.